Hey, good day, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of the Business Blog Academy. Thank you guys for your patience and for your understanding because I know it's been a bit of a hectic time on my side and I've really just taken a break. But also, I was working in the meantime. I think I was really just focusing on the plan, strategy, and I think the future of the business blog, and actually where we want to take this whole thing to. So I think in today's lesson or in today's topic, I would like to cover content creation to be exact. I think most of you guys come from a journalist background, but I think also maybe lack the understanding of what actually goes into creating good content and also what goes into creating good blog posts. So I think firstly the importance of content creation is that the content that we're going to produce as the business blog is that we ensure that the content is both valuable to our readers, that our readers can actually relate and it's relevant to them, and also valuable. Does our content create value to our users, and can we actually see that they're benefiting from coming to our website for content, for news, for information, and also thirdly, I would say, is our content consistent? Are we able to produce top, shareable, valuable, relevant content every time we post? And I think that's important because I think that's what's going to set us apart from other guys out there. And I think that's why guys will actually come, to our website. So I always believe that you also look at content yourself. So when you spend your time on Facebook and Twitter and on the website, what do you actually like? What do you actually share? What do you like commenting on? Because remember that at the end of the day, that every other user that uses Facebook and Twitter and uses websites go there for the same reason. So everybody is trying to actually go out there and find content which is valuable and relatable to them. So firstly, so think about it. What uh, three posts today have you come across on your timeline or on Google that you bookmark or you liked the content or you shared it or you added a friend in the comment? If you can think, I think what we can do is we can take that chat into our business blog group, the TVZ team, and what we can just do is we can actually then just share what was our top three content that we liked and shared today. And I think also what important we can't forget is that our content needs to be fun and entertaining. Do people enjoy coming to our site? Do they like what we produce? Does it make their day? When things are bad at work, are they going to come to the business blog because we're going to have a fun story or a cool article or the latest gossip or news to talk about? But I think, just to cover the basics of content creation, and I think the steps to follow to create powerful, relevant, and shareable content. I think, firstly, it's important that we research. So, what I do on my side, and I like to share with you guys as well, is that when I start my day, I normally just search websites that I bookmarked or which I feel they have relevant information. So I think I'll do the news guys like News 24, Mail and Guardian, Sunday World for gossip and entertainment of celebrity lives. Then I'll move on to something as Yo Mzansi or skipani.com just to find out what they've been talking about, what they posted in the past few days, and to see whether I've missed any important story on the news as well. And then what I'll also do is then I'll just go onto Twitter timelines to see what's been trending. I know Sundays, my perfect wedding normally trends, or date my family, something that trends. So would we be able to produce content around those themes or around those trends that actually happens around us? And then I think the second part, which I think we all need to be involved in going forward, is that we all need to be able to plan. How are we going to plan our content strategy and our content plan for the month of June? So I think it will latch onto the first exercise where we will just identify what we think is good shareable content for the day that we actually shared. And I think based on each one's three recommendations, I can use that and put it together in the content calendar itself. Because remember, these skills I'm going to share and teach you guys, it's stuff you will use in your everyday job as a content creator, as a journalist, as a social media manager, as a community manager as well. So it's also important that you understand the reasons to why we do these things on the daily. Then I think the next step would be is to actually write, and that's after you've researched and picked your topic, what you're going to write on. You have planned out what your content is going to look like, your introduction of your article, your main body, also your conclusion, and also what's going to be your keywords around those around that topic. So this is a topic I wrote about the other day. I wrote about the importance of e-commerce store in 2017, and something that for me was very important that my keywords were linked to e-commerce, online shopping, retail. So this all structured and planned before I actually wrote my article itself. And then after writing, I think it's important that the editor or myself, in this case, looks after the article, see if you incorporated all the important elements, all the important aspects while you're being creative with using your keyword research as well. And then I think the next thing would be publish and posting. Do we know what's the right time to publish and post the content? Would it be better to publish fashion articles on a Saturday versus on on a Sunday? And I think in that regard, I think it's very important that we just plan out our content on that side as well. So then I think the last thing we'll do is then I think we'll focus on the actual analyzing the content. So after we figured out when we're going to post, when we're going to publish, do we understand what the numbers are? So when we look at Google Analytics and reporting function of Google, we look at keywords as page views, how long people have spent on your page. So is people actually reading your article, or are they just scrolling by and seeing the key tips and the key tricks in your article per se? So we're able to then understand also where are the guys getting your traffic from? Are they coming from Google because of your keywords, or are they actually coming across links that we shared on social media, whether it's Facebook and whether it's Twitter? And then just to summarize, and I think we'll have a balance or mix of short and long content as well, with short content being between 200 and 350 words, which also includes your keyword research, which will include in the article as well, but also your visual images. Are the images alt text? Are the keywords implemented in the visual or text image, as well? And then longer content, we're looking at between 500 and 800 words. So that will be much more in detailed reporting, much more tips and tricks, much more content regards into how to do certain things, and more of a guideline and book on there. And then just to end off, I would like to say that it's always important that you actually start with the end in mind. Whatever we're going to do in life, whether it's content creation, whether it's our daily lives, our personal dreams and endeavors, I always think we must start with the end in mind. So that's us from the first episode of the Business Blog Academy, and I hope you all enjoyed it. And I think we can just then take the chat offline to our group TBZ, and we can just further discuss from there. But I hope you all have a good day and a good week further. And also, I'll just update and publish the June content calendar in this week latest Wednesday. Peace out. Bye.